Hey, how you doing? Okay, so welcome to Mad Puppets Live. I am Justin Basil. I'm the creator of Mad Puppets. Was trying to get one of our other puppeteers slash voice actor, other talents that we use for Mad Puppets videos, Daryl Harris, very very talented guy. I was trying to get it all set up, and I have like an OBS software that I'm like trying to set up, and I just can't for the life of me have enough time to figure it out right now. And I went through like Zoom, thought that Zoom would be a free way to kind of like, do a simplified OBS, like, multiple screens, but I couldn't do that either. They were like, blocking me with a paywall as well as Google Meet. I was like, man, maybe about like 3 years ago, everything was like free. Now it's like, you gotta have a membership, you gotta have a monthly, you gotta pay. So right now I'm just using my phone, just doing the vertical live and seeing how it goes. Welcome everybody to the chat. I'm I'm enjoying the Saturday night and hope you guys are too. So basically, I was trying to get Daryl Harris, our other puppeteer voice actor, to hop on with us. Although I told him at like 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, and it's now been almost an hour later, and that's all because of me. That's it's all because of me because I couldn't figure out the OBS in time, and so now from now on, we're gonna try to do lives on Saturday at 5:30 or 6. If you guys want to tune in to that time, we will make sure to kind of come on live and talk to you guys and say hi. Hi, I just wanted to tell you that your videos on TikTok are hilarious, doing a great job. Thank you, Derek Perry. Appreciate that. Um, Tyriek, sorry if I'm butchering names. Daniels, do saw 2004 movie. Oh, cool. Which movie was that? I think that was the Rat Human Puppet Man. That was our first movie. Actually, let me look that up because I could be wrong. If it's 2024, oh my gosh. Or wait, did we do a movie in 2004? I'm not sure. We did do a movie like, almost at the end of 2023. That was the um, Saint Nick, young Saint Nick before he was a saint. That was a pretty fun project. And that was just this recent, holiday. So I'm going to try to go on my other phone. This is the phone that I use for video capturing. I, you know, I used to. Okay, so let me pull out the the original camcorder because instead of trying to go to another camcorder, which would probably be a little bit more expensive, and I like Sonic the Hedgehog. Do 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 do. So this is the Sony Handycam um, HDR CX160. This is like a really, really old Handycam style camcorder. And I would just use that for my videos. Um, but this year, I decided to upgrade it because this phone in particular, this is an iPhone 13 Pro, and I wanted to just enhance the graphics, enhance the visuals by putting it uh, the if I can look it up right now. And it has a good setting. It has like 1080p, 30 frames or 60 frames, and it also has 4K, which I was like looking for. The only problem with shooting 4K videos is it's really hard. It's you need a really powerful laptop slash computer, and your editing needs to have a plenty of RAM. Right now, I mean, it's getting slow. I mean, my editing is kind of like I have to wait until it renders. Before, when I was working with regular 1080p videos, I was like, oh yeah, this is very easy. It's very fast, and you know, so far, I'm gonna have to like look into maybe upgrading my RAM. I have a 32 gigabyte RAM in my um, Legion Lenovo laptop. Um, I really like it because it's been a great tool. And if you want to use any free editing software I use. Um, Excuse me, I'm trying to. I have like a little tight space right here, so I can't move around too much. Um, but I use DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is a free software you can edit for free, and it's like pretty beefy. It's pretty powerful. It's a powerful editing tool. Um, they can use like some other elements when you can compile different blocks on each other, and that's how there's different ways of editing, but you can definitely get a really good, really easy editing system software for absolutely nothing. I mean, and the good thing is, as opposed to Premiere Pro, which is on a paywall, monthly paywall, monthly registration, monthly membership, or whatever you call it. I'm really good for words right now. um, as well as like other ones like Premiere Pro. I already said Premiere Pro. Final Cut, is also uh, Avid. Avid. I don't use that one, but all those other ones, that have like a monthly, like no shade for those because they're pretty good. But I'm on a budget, and if you're like me, and if you're on a budget, you just want to look for the best that'll give you the most for your buck. And the good thing about DaVinci Resolve is like you pay like a one-time fee if you want to get like the professional studio bundle, which comes with all the effects and all the stuff with it. That's like I think $300, and then you own it. And the good thing about Premiere, DaVinci Resolve, I want to see continue to see Premiere Pro. The good thing about DaVinci Resolve is you pay one time, and again, if there's like a new updated software that because obviously these editing softwares, they are constantly like updating every month or every other like 6 months or something, so you can't really keep up with them, can't you? Well, you can with DaVinci Resolve. In fact, you can get all the updates for free, but you just pay for $300 or somewhere around there, and then you can actually get continually updates of new software, and you don't have to repay for the whole thing. And DaVinci Resolve is awesome because before I was working on Final Cut, and I had a MacBook. I mean, not a MacBook, a MacBook Mini. It was one of those little like desktop. Um, I'm not even saying words correctly right now, but I was using that, and for some reason, if you have like a Mac that's like over 10 years old and you accidentally try to downgrade the OS software. So I think I was on Lion, Mountain Lion, and I wanted to go down to, or no, I had like Yosemite, and then I wanted to downgrade to Mountain Lion because of the particular Final Cut software that was really good on that OS system. But for some reason, I lost my password. I couldn't remember the password for my old Mac ID. So I was completely booted off that. I tried to go to Apple Store, and I brought my whole like Mac Mini with me. And like, can you open this for me, please? I don't have my. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. They actually have a policy if this product is like 10 years old, they scrap all the information, so they can't even look it up. You know, so I'm like, what do I do? This is like a paperweight now. Um, so now I work on a PC, Legion, Lenovo. That's pretty good. But I wanted to talk to you about puppets. Aside from what's going on with my editing and what's going on with the lives, eventually I'm going to be using the OBS Studio. That's going to be awesome because it's going to be a lot more integrated. I can like push down, um, guests and put them up to debut them, and then I can like go on the internet, and if you guys like want to have like some interesting watchable stuff that hey, if you suggest, hey, let's watch this, then we'll be able to. So um And my wife just hopped on. Yep, thank you so much. I know. The second time I'm on live, she's been like, urging me for years to go on live. And for the longest time, I've always come up with excuses. I'm like, no, I'm actually busy. I got another job. I got two other jobs, a part time job, a full time job. And I'm doing this on the side. I don't know if I have any time to do this. But now it's, oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I love you for, giving me that extra push, and my wife, Rose, she knows how to push me into the better spots, like just get in there. Just go do the live, please. Just do it. Quit talking about it for like so many years. Oh, yeah, but eventually I'm going to do the live. I'm going to do the live. I'm going to do the live. And then now I'm doing the live and I don't know what to talk about because Daryl was supposed to be on and it was my fault. Again, it was my fault. It's not Daryl's fault. It's my fault. But I will learn better in time. We'll have a better integrated live system that will have, people come on. I might even go on Discord and just kind of set it up so that way we can get a little bit more of a, approach that everyone is familiar with. But so far, it's time to dance. Let's put his hands up behind his head. Oh no, he's actually stuck. I haven't pulled this guy out. This is a video that I'm going to be posting next week, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. Do you guys know Sean Fernandez? Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to Bad Puppets. Welcome to the live. So basically, um, if you guys know the King Ass Ripper, like I know. This guy, he's like, very, very popular, some, online. And I don't know, he just like eats all this food and he just rips it. Like he just farts, like goes, "Rah," and that part, there's a particular part in, I think there's a meme going around where this kid wakes up and then he hears like someone farting in the background and it's actually his television screen that's that's still on, but like he wakes up to King Ass Ripper, like, having a big old long fart. Yeah. Um, I'm doing since Daryl's not here, Daryl actually like plays one of the characters. We call him Stoner. And it's me. Yeah. Ha ha. And he does pretty much a really good stoner voice. I wish he was here so he could talk about it, but eventually I'll get him on so that way you'll be able to, meet and say hi to him. He's a really nice guy. He's very talented, great voice actor, great puppeteer. I mean, he's the type of guy that like knows how to just like not practice at all, but then he'll just come in and then he'll put the puppet on and he'll just puppeteer like it's like he has practice. And I'm like, I'm so jealous of that because for me, I need to practice every single moment of the day or every single time that I get the opportunity to puppeteer. I need to keep practicing because, yeah, well, you really need to practice. He's really not okay puppeteering and stuff. Yeah, ha ha. But I'm doing a little bit of a homage to Daryl's um, character. And how did he get these tidy whities on? Here, let me adjust it. Now I can actually put his hands behind his head. And now it's time to dance. Da 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 da. Yeah, that's how I move my hips. That's how I move my hips. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's how I move my hips. That's how I move my hips. um, but yeah, Daryl, you are missed right now. I'm sorry you couldn't come on. Next time you will come on. And it was funny because today he was ready to come on. He actually was going to come over to here and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I have something to do like right afterwards. I got to unhook a patient because I that's part of my part-time job. I set up ambulatory EEGs, which are electroencephalographs, just to monitor the patient's brain activity. So I go over to their house, set them up, wrap their head with the wires and everything, and they wear a little tracket box, for 3 days. 3 days. Why did I do two? Peace. 3 days. So now I gotta unhook that patient tonight at 7. So we were gonna have plenty of time to discuss about puppet stuff. I'm going to Sam like, can I can I get a shout out? Sean Fernandez, I am shouting you out. What's up? Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. The second time that we're going live, again, I really have like some really fun ideas on how we can integrate it by using the OBS studio. But for some reason, I'm just, very much into the whole editing video. I'm really good with audio interfaces as well. But when it comes to what is it, OBS? I forgot what it stands for, but the OBS is basically, you can put like different screens and then put them together. Basically, you've seen a really good live, they use OBS Studio mostly. But yeah, Sean Fernandez, again, thank you so much for coming in. Do you have any suggestions for possible videos that I might want to do? If you've ever seen our videos, which you probably have, can I please get a shout out? Bro, 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 can I just please get a shout out? Bro, ha, Sean Fernandez, thank you for coming in on the chat. Ha ha. Rose, why are you married to this man? Ha ha. It's okay. We can test it out and have him. Okay, well, yeah, that's what I was basically. But I need a little bit of time just to test it, and so next week, Saturday at 5:30, we will definitely have that. Fingers crossed. Yeah. How do I how do I cross my fingers? Ha ha. So let me give you a little bit of a sort of advice about how to animate your puppet. And I'm not the one to like say, oh, this is how you animate it. Just with a little bit of experience that I've had over the years, I've kind of noticed that, oh yeah, that puppet, when you do it like this, that puppet looks surprised, or that puppet looks like, there's just little different mannerisms and movements that you can subtly do to enhance the emotional state of your puppet. So basically, when you're doing, let's just say if you wanted to make him surprised, so you're cocking his head back just a little bit, but not too much. More like, so if you were to see the equivalent of this hand inside the puppet, you're kind of going like this. So instead of like just pulling back all the way, just see the difference of what it makes when you're kind of going like this and when you're going like this. It looks a little different from. So basically, what you want your eyes you want your eyes to move as less as possible when they're moving. So especially when they're talking. Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk like this. Ha ha ha. So when obviously they're being very ridiculous, they can like cock their head back like that, like oh. But if you want them to subtly, be surprised, try to like, arch it underneath. And that way the eyes won't go too far up or too far down. Whoa! It's just little things that you can kind of play around with. At 10K subs, do a Roblox. Which is funny because my full time job, again, I'm an EEG tech, neurofeedback tech. So I set people up with the wires, monitoring their brain activity, and brain activity basically is electricity, like oscillating in different speeds. So if you're like really sleepy, you're going to have a very slow oscillation of electrical activity. sending messages back and forth. If you're really hyper focused, just guess what? Like that, the same equivalent of your car going in fifth gear, like, you know, you're going like, really, really like that. That's a simplest way I can describe what the brain does in terms of like consciousness. Consciousness is basically from sleepy all the way to hyper aware. You can be awake and alert, the middle, that's called the alpha wave. Yeah, that's called the alpha wave. Ha ha. What's the hyperactive wave? That's like the beta and gamma. Beta and gamma? Oh, whoa! That's like if I'm really hyper focused, if I'm going all over the place, if I'm going to like, oh, okay, 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 calm down with the hyper focus, all right, please. And don't forget my idea. Okay, well, when you say idea, Roblox CL, what does CL stand for? Because I'm like going to be 40 years old this year, so I'm not very familiar with the Roblox. But my patients, I was going to say, my patients, some of the pediatric patients that I work with, they're now playing Roblox for their treatments and therapies for neurofeedback. It's pretty fun because all you do is just put a dry neural cap, analyzes your brain waves. You can like play a video game like Minecraft or Roblox or something like that, and they can actively train their brain. They can see where their brain is at, and they can adjust it in that sweet spot of consciousness, which doesn't cause a lot of like debilitating symptoms like ADHD or like worsening symptoms like that, uh, depression, anxiety, and stuff. So, I mean, aside from doing puppets, that's also what I do. I do neurofeedback and diagnostics and stuff like that. So, I made this. I made the underwear, and how I made the underwear is um, maybe I can like I'm not going to show the naked puppet on screen. All right, so I'm just gonna pull it off for a little bit and show you just how I did it. Because, when I was in high school, I did a little class called home ec. And home economics is basically, cooking, sewing, knowing the household chores and how to get, very efficient with it. So that's how I kind of draw. So yeah, basically it's, the underwear. I the stitching is, from half to half. So I had to like, cut it from the top half and all the way to the bottom half, separate the two. And then I basically used a bunch of pins to keep them in place on the puppet. And yeah, so then I started just adding more, stuff to the top, like this top stitching right here, this little, thing, even though there's not really an opening in them. But you're gonna really, enjoy the next video that I'm gonna post. It's really funny. And obviously, you start to see, some similar characters that reoccur in different videos, in the future. Like one character that I really want to bring back, and also going back to Daryl Harris. Daryl has this awesome character called Mama Buckwheat. Mama Buckwheat is an awesome character, and it's so fun. It just like it's not disappointing, but it makes me sad because we haven't done enough of character development for her. We I really want to bring back Mama Buckwheat. However, I think Daryl has a really good sense of how Mama Buckwheat talks. So I think eventually we're going to be making some more original content for Mama Buckwheat, some scripts that I could possibly help Daryl write. Daryl's not a bad writer. He's a good writer. Actually, he came up with that one video like a year ago, and it was the Kobe video. And Kobe's like on the court, and the guy, like the news caster, the anchor guy, comes up and he's like, "Kobe, Kobe, the fans all over the world want to know who's the most famous person in your contact list." And he goes, "Huh, it's your mom." My mom? My mom's not famous. Who is it really, Kobe? Come on. And that he came up with that. He actually storyboarded that, which was very impressive. Like he's not known for, storyboarding and stuff. I think he kind of like got a little inspired because I'm always storyboarding. I'm storyboarding like a mother. And if you can see, I storyboard almost everything. Everything. This one is the Weed Man. If you guys don't like weed, if you guys don't, smoke weed, that's fine. To each his own. But I always like to explore the the whole culture of cannabis. I think it's really interesting, especially this one right here. You know that one song? I can't remember what it's called, but there once was a man that was put to sea, and the name of the ship was a Billy O.T. Do 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 Billy O. But this one, this guy, I forgot his name. I'm always forgetting names. But like, there's a there's a parody of that same song, but with the Weed Man, and it says, "There once was a strand, uh, and the name of the strand was a Bubba OG. It's been a long day, and my girl and me waiting for the Weed Man to roll. Soon, where the Weed Man comes and bring us scrubber and something. What may okay. Anyways, whatever. That's gonna be a fun video to do. But yeah. Hey, wait. What is my wife doing? What's she doing? The puppet wants his underwear back now. Okay, fine. I'll put his underwear back on. Jeez. Let me uh let me uh let me compose my puppet's dignity. We don't want any naked puppets on this stream, all right? That's a different type of puppet entertainment. And we like to keep it a little bit, edgy, family friendly ish. Eventually, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to like bleep out some curse words, but I'm not going to like take them out. I'm just going to bleep them out because I think it's a lot funnier to kind of bleep the curse words. You hear the beep, you mother beep, 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 beep. You know, I think it's a lot more funny than just hearing the actual curse word. And if you guys already seen some of the movies and some of the videos, like that's kind of like what I've been doing lately is just not bleeping them. And maybe I might bleep a few, but more just like for the original content's concern. Like if I'm doing original content, I'm gonna try to make sure that it's a little bit more viewable, like the movies. And eventually, I have a good idea. I want to do a vertical movie. I don't think I've ever seen a vertical movie of puppets yet. So that's going to be interesting to do. And I think by exploring more of these puppets and doing more TikTok vertical videos, I'm going to, I'll get used to it. And it's going to be a lot more interesting because, hey, let's watch a, 30-minute puppet movie. Um, and by the way, there's another movie there's another movie that's coming. It's probably hopefully going to be done around the fall time. Um, I'm writing it right now. It's going to be pretty fun. If you like the movies, then you'll like this one. It's got its own little cheekiness to it. So here he's got the underwear back on. All right. So let me go back to Mama Buckwheat because I think Mama Buckwheat is a great character. Daryl has his own Mama Buckwheat, but this is basically Mama Buckwheat. She was debuted in a bunch of the videos that from like a long time ago, including this recent movie, the Young Saint Nick. She's like, Nicholas Nicky, Nicky, it's me, your mother, Mama Alpha, your real mamas. I mean, she is just a great character, and I wish we could just like put her in more of these videos. But I feel like that's like kind of I don't want to overstep my boundaries as that's Daryl's character. Daryl, needs to kind of just establish a little bit more about what we can do in terms of scenes, in terms of uh, developing this character, and they're just whenever he comes over, we'll just do a Mama Buckwheat and we'll smash it. We'll get it done. Eventually, I want to try to get a uh, another old lady. Buford, Buford, where's my denture, Buford? Oh yes, my name is not going to be Mama Buckwheat, but it's going to be Mama Chicken Feet. No, no, that's not Mama Chicken Feet. No, I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna start to think about it for a sec, but there's plenty of different characters that we can try to integrate in the future videos to come, and yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. But I'm just excited for the next live because Daryl's going to be on, and then we could talk about a little bit of the history of how Mad Puppets became Mad Puppets. Like how did we meet? How did me and Daryl meet? How did what was the first video that we both like worked on? What was the video that we both worked on that actually went viral? And that's another interesting story, but I'd rather have him go a little bit further into it. Bro, read it. Wait, it stands for channel. Oh, Roblox channel. Roblox channel. You know, I got to get used to like reading the chat while I'm like, talking about whatever. So Roblox channel, like do a little parody of Roblox. I might look into that because I'm definitely not saying no to anything because in terms of like what I've been exploring in making these videos, I think it's like really interesting to do about bit of everything, a little bit of everything, a little bit of movie parodies, a little bit of like, pop culture parodies, everything included. Like, I think it's like, the same version of like South Park, where all, everything's on the table, we're not going to disregard like, and that's why you'll start to see some videos that aren't like, hey, wait, this is like actually, animals just dancing, to Baby Got Back, I want them real thick and juicy. Or this other new idea that I have to integrate these animals dancing is that toca toca loca me canta la musica toca toca toca. Mhm. So I've seen one of those, and I'm definitely going to use that because there's just a bunch of like interesting characters that always cycle through these videos, and I think we're kind of getting into the groove of things. The only thing again I need to work on is I need to work on improving and upgrading my RAM for my computer so I could actually not slow down because I'm a fast editor. That's the one thing that kind of irks me is like I have enough editing skill to like, do editing and like finish like 2, 3 videos within like a day. I could do that. But the only thing that's slowing me back, slowing me down and holding me is the limitations of what I work on. The the laptop, is a pretty powerful laptop, but it's not as powerful when you're working with 4K videos. So that's something I need to just, I I want to like, try to get to that point where I don't have to worry about the Grandma Gertrude. That's her name. Grandma Gertrude. Thank you, Rose. Thank you. um, Grandma Gertrude. I like peaches and apricots. Grandma Gertrude. Buford, where's my apricots? Buford, where's my teeth for my apricots? Of course, we got a bunch of people racing on this side of the street right over there. So there's nothing I could do. I'm actually in the back of the studio where the this room in general right here is not originally built. This is actually something like an add-on to the house. So the the material isn't like soundproof enough, so you'll end up hearing like all the cars just especially we happen to have like like our neighborhood actually has like really good taste when it comes to vehicles. They have like cars and cruisers and Lamborghinis and like a car that has like that similar with the big gammas and betas. Anyways, it should be enough time for me to mention a few more things before I have to end this stream and I have to go disconnect my patient at 7:15. Um, so I got a few more minutes to just wrap this up, and Sean Fernandez, again, thank you so much for the suggestions. I will definitely look into that because I want to definitely broaden my, my video experience for everyone. And again, I want to, make sure that everyone is being heard. So if you have a suggestion, if you got any ideas, feel free to let me know because I will use it. I will always take people's advice, because I think we're all looking for the same thing, something to wow us, something that we've already known, something that has been viral, something, you know. So again, don't be afraid to just tell me, "Hey Justin, I want to see this. Hey Justin, I want to see that." So it's easy. I'm an easy guy. I'm easy to talk to. But all I need is you guys' help. I can't do this without you. I can't do this without my wife. I can't do this without Daryl. I can't do this without. I mean, I can do it, but I can't do it without you guys' support. So, you guys are just as important to me as making my videos for Mad Puppets is. So, you guys are what makes this channel happen. The views, the appreciation, the comments, everything put in. You guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So, um, but eventually, I will come in and show just a little bit. So, you guys remember that one video, the chandelier? Yeah, I posted it like a few weeks ago. This one is the storyboard. The I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. And you guys notice that I looped it 3 times. And every time was just a little different, just a little different. So eventually you'll start to see like the recent one that I posted, the sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy, get punched 3 times by 3 different people walking down the street, and this guy's like in front of a music store just trying to sing something pleasant, but he can't get be ignored by a smack to his face. So um and this one is an actually original one. This one is called uh, N95 muffled. So basically, in this whole scene, everyone is talking, and they're just like they're wearing the mask, and they're all like, like Kenny from South Park, except they're on the couch, they're watching TV, and the newscaster is also muffled, and then this guy looks over to the other friend. He's like, and then bursts open as the other roommates or the other person, and they're like, oh, and then it's like, so, and then basically what they was trying to say while they're muffled is, they urged us, or it's a mandate to take off our mask, and then they all freak out because they have to take off their mask because they got used to wearing masks during COVID. So this is pretty fun. They all get hysterical. They run away, and then the guy who scared them just sits back on the couch, flips the channel, and he's like flipping it from the news to something comedy, and he relaxes and he's like, so that's something that I'm looking forward to. We definitely have a lot of original content, including some of the adaptation comic book. Like for instance, this one is called "Don't Find Waldo." This was actually from ImageFlip.com, and this guy comes up and he's like, "Hey Waldo, oh I can't believe it's you!" And he's like, "Calm down, man, they'll hear you." And then he like a huge rumble, and he looks over, and then it's just this huge hand that just comes from up behind like the horizon, and it's huge, and he's like, ah, zooms in, and then there's that action hand that just like comes in view while the background's like speeding in the background. And there's what I was trying to do is I was trying to use like the actual Muppet hand or the puppet hand, but I thought it would be funny to actually just use the entire hand, like a real hand image. That way you can see the finger just like pressed down. He's like, "Ah, I regret nothing," or something. I was like, "Ah, not again." And then quickly clips back to the father opening up the book of Where's Waldo and showing his daughter, and the daughter like points to the Waldo in the book. So it's supposed to be a little bit more hyper realism mixed with some joke, but that was originally a comic book strip. And what we like to do is we like to adapt those into somewhat original content, but I wouldn't say that that's original. I would say that's more an adaptation. Jay and Silent Bob. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Jay and Silent Bob doing the I got a few ideas for that one. That's actually a good idea. But I think it's time for me to go. Again, thank you guys so much for coming in, for joining in on the chat. Thank you so much, Rose. I will see you in the other room. She's like over. She's actually like in the other room with my daughter, and she's just showing some love. She's showing some love. Show is like so is I can't even like talk right now. So is Sean Fernandez. Again, Sean Fernandez, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you so much. I'm just scrolling up on the chat right now. Thank you, Derek Perry, and thank you, Tyriak Daniels. Hopefully, I'm saying it correctly, but thank you guys for joining in. I promise that I will have Daryl Harris come in next time that we join the live next week. Next weekend. Ooh, that's a good burp. But the next video, you'll actually hear an even louder burp with an even louder fart. So look forward for that one next Friday when it's posted on TikTok, and hopefully TikTok is still around. I heard that TikTok is not was talking about being banned, but that's why we're doing it on YouTube, because YouTube is here to stay. Yeah. All right, guys, take it easy. Have a good one. Thank you so much for joining in, and have a good weekend. See you next Saturday.